Hey, my name is Austin Norris. I'm a strength coach, registered massage therapist, and therapeutic exercise specialist here in Toronto, Canada. And today I'm here with Eman at Dancing in Circles Studio, and we're going to teach you the T8T9 ELDOA. For those of you who are unfamiliar, ELDOA is a French osteopathic movement therapy system designed by Guy Voyer. ELDOA is designed to use all of the strength in your body against all of the myofascial tension in your body along specific lines of pull to create active joint traction. So think about the result of an inversion table, except the results are sustainable because you're building the strength and sensory awareness within your own body. So T8T9. T8T9 is the axis of rotation in the spine. So it's a great area to target if you have any kind of rotation restriction through your thorax, but it's also a great exercise for building seated postural endurance. The exercise itself is essentially just sitting upright under a lot of tension. It's also one of my favorite exercises to prescribe for treating slouching posture. So let's just get into it. Alright, to begin, we're going to find ourselves in a seated position. We're going to make sure that our heels are sit bone width apart. Now from here, we're going to take one hand to the low back, and we're going to basically flatten out the low back. Make sure that you're not rounding, you're not slouched. And I want you to see how close can you bring your heels in towards your butt without rounding that low back. That's going to be the position that you're in. If you're really, really tight and you're not able to flatten your back at all, then you want to consider sitting on some yoga blocks for this exercise. Once you're set up there, we're going to perform what's called a lemniscat, which is creating counter tension in the body. We're going to do this for the legs first. And this is a little bit of a tricky concept to understand. I'll put a link in the video description below for a lemniscat tutorial to go into more detail. Anyways, we're going to press into the big toe. We're going to counter that by thinking about rolling the lower leg bone outwards, and then counter that by rolling the upper leg bone inwards. In, out, in. So nothing actually moves here, we're just binding tension. Now once we've done that, we're going to grab onto the knees, and we're going to do the same thing with the spine. We're going to try and roll the pelvis forward, think about sticking the butt out, arching the low back, maintain that forward force, and we're going to counter that by pushing the ribs back. And now that we've done that, we're going to counter that by reaching up through the top of the breastbone, and then counter that by tucking the chin. So forward with the pelvis, back with the ribs, out with the chest, in with the chin. And what that's going to do is it's going to start to stack your spine vertically. Those opposing forces create axial extension and decompression in your spine. Now once we've done that, we've got a nice tall straight spine. We're going to reach the arms forward. Wrist extension, external rotation. Now this might be enough for most of you, and we can just work on this position. Otherwise, what we can do is we can try and reach the arms up overhead to add more tension without compromising the position of the spine. Then you're going to reach up as hard as you can. You're reaching so hard, you're pulling the arms off the shoulder blades off the rib cage, and the rib cage off the pelvis, thus decompressing the spine. You're going to hold this for 60 to 90 seconds under maximal tension. When I perform this, I like to think about a 3-second inhale and a 3-second exhale for 10 repetitions, and that'll add up to a minute. When you're done, you're going to slowly ease the tension out, bend one elbow at a time, and there you have it. That's the T8T9 ELDOA. All right, there you have it. That's the T8T9 ELDOA. So I usually integrate that into my workouts for my upper body, but it can also be performed as a standalone exercise. I usually perform it for 3 to 5 sets after a good warm-up. We want to make sure that the fascia is nice and warm before we try to start to pull on it. Alrighty, if you enjoyed that video, then consider checking out my Patreon account at patreon.com/circularmotion, where every week I post up a 30 to 60 minute corrective exercise workout and a 30 to 60 minute calisthenics and physical conditioning workout. You can also follow me on Instagram at austin.norris, and I hope to catch you again soon. Thanks.